Hello, welcome to the weekend edition of National Focus. I'm Jarna, Hector. Coming up, the Ministry of Tourism sets its eye on a satellite account to measure visitor expenditure. Over 200 graduate from the Youth Division Summer Computer Program. Stay with us for details of these stories and others after this.
Hey, I had a good time in town last week with a pretty girl, man.
Hey, carry me next time when you're going, nah?
Where we get paid Friday, we gonna go.
Careful, they might catch AIDS.
AIDS? Them girl pretty. Them girl can't get AIDS,
I
man.
think it's only ugly women have AIDS. Anybody could get it. If you get sick, what you can tell your wife?
Hey, your wife, come in.
Hey, change the topic. Change the topic.
Your family depends on you. Don't take home AIDS.
Do you have uncovered water storage drums around your home? Do you dispose of old tires, cans and old containers capable of holding water anywhere in your environment? Are you being bitten by mosquitoes, particularly at dusk and early morning? Do you keep houseplants in water? Do you spend your hard-earned cash to control mosquitoes? Has your community experienced dengue fever outbreaks? If your answer is yes to at least 3 questions above, you are at risk to dengue fever. Join the fight against dengue fever. The responsibility for a dengue-free Dominica lies with you. So, get rid of the Aedes aegypti mosquito.
The facts as they are, brought to you every day. Only on GIS Channel 7.
Thanks for staying with us. Over 200 youths aged 9 to 15 graduated from the Youth Development Division's annual Summer Computer Program on Friday. The 6-week program, which took place at Castle Bruce, Roseau, Wesley, Portsmouth and Granby simultaneously, sought to introduce participants to basic computer skills. Bernard Bonteef of the Youth Development Division says this curriculum served as a constructive way for participants to spend the summer.
What is going to happen is, those of you who are graduating today, we know when it is time for our regular computer programs around the island, we are going to have influx of people who will say, I know something already, I know the basics already, I want to learn more. You were afforded the opportunity to learn PowerPoint, Publisher, Access, Microsoft Word, and some of you, I'm sure, you learn to use your home keys on the keyboard, and that is a lot. We have people around us who do not know from scratch, but you, 7, 8, 9, 10, and you already know the ropes of the computer. So that when your teachers give you assignments, when they give you your SBAs to do, you will already have a head start, know where to take it from there. And we are very proud of you. We are very happy that at least we could find that escape for you during the summer.
Kirsten Peters was one of the course instructors.
Training began with the introduction into computers concept. Trainees were exposed to the industry course of concepts of IT. This module contains theory and practical aspects of concepts of IT. Trainees were excited in acquiring new knowledge in computing and showing a high level of interest in all areas, with greater interest in the internet and Microsoft PowerPoint, as noticed in the previous years. All students did well and covered all areas. Socializing took place every Friday. The students got the chance to have fun, interact, and make new friends.
This year, the Youth Development Division saw it prudent to reduce the program's application fee by half. Acting Chief Youth Development Officer John Roach explained that move may be repeated next year.
We are not a profit-making institution, and the work we do is not about making a profit or getting some money. We are into social work, and what is more important to us is to ensure that we are touching the lives, particularly of our young people, and also to help relieve the difficulties that our parents encounter, particularly during the summer, when they have to concentrate on work as well as concentrate on getting their children meaningfully occupied. And the promise I'm going to make on behalf of the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sports is that we want to see all our centers during the summer have programs such as these. And if the registration fee is deterrent, then we are going to keep it at a minimal so that it can happen.
Participants of each center got the opportunity to display what they learned during the summer.
Computer classes, sports day in the Castle Bruce playing field, a visit to the Kalinago Barana Hotel, hike on the Horseback Ridge Road and picnic at Concord River, a visit to the Marigot Library. Pie chart showing students participating from the various villages. Sensi 5, Salivere 1, Bataka 1, Castle Bruce 11, Sineku 1, and Golet River 5.
Youth Enterprise Center. I'm going to present to you my PowerPoint about drugs. What is a drug? A drug is any substance besides food or water that changes the way in which the mind and the rest of the body works. Drugs can be placed into two categories, legal drugs and illegal drugs. Legal drugs. Legal drugs are drugs allowed by the law. Example, alcohol and cigarettes. Medicines are also legal drugs.
As part of the annual TTV Festival in the community of Layu, one more student will benefit from the TTV education program. At a ceremony in Layu on Thursday, Parliamentary Representative for the St. Joseph constituency, Honorable Kelva Daru, presented a 5-year scholarship to Asha Augustus, who will attend the Isaiah Thomas Secondary School. In 2010, Honorable Kelva Daru first announced that as part of the annual TTV Festival, he would begin to award education scholarships to needy students of the Layu community.
And back in 2010, when I made the proclamation of introducing a scholarship that would go hand in hand with the Layu TTV Festival, it was an idea that I had thought of simply because, having been to the homes in the community of Layu, having spoken to the parents in the community, and discovering some of the challenges that they go through on a day-to-day basis to send their children to school, as a member of Parliament, I decided to initiate this scholarship program.
Honorable Daru says the TTV Festival should not only be about festivities, but should be viewed as an opportunity to make meaningful contributions to the community. During his brief remarks, Honorable Daru took the opportunity to highlight government's ongoing investments in education.
The government of Dominica remains committed to the overall development of our children's education. And that is why over the years we've invested several millions of dollars in the education sector, all in an effort to ensure that our students can have the opportunity of a proper education. We've implemented the early access to universal early child education, which is key. So at this very young age, the students can have the opportunity to interact with other young people at their same level, to learn various techniques and skills that will enable them, when they move to the primary school, to be at an advantage. We've made provisions at the secondary school to ensure that every child who does the national assessment exam can have a space at a secondary school, all in an effort to provide an opportunity. At the Dominica State College, we continue to spend thousands of dollars on an annual basis to ensure that we meet some of the tuition costs of some of our students who are less privileged at the Dominica State College. At the tertiary institutions all across the world, we continue to make assistance available, all in an effort to ensure that our human resource is on the top priority list in this country to ensure that our young people can have this opportunity.
13 students at secondary school level and 35 at the primary school level have also been assisted with school supplies, including textbooks. Honorable Daru presented a check of $1,500 to the Layu Improvement Committee, $500 to the 2013 awardee, and $500 each to the 2 previous awardees for the new school year. He encouraged parents to play a part in the success of the students.
Parents of these children, you now have an even greater responsibility to ensure that when these children go to school and they come home in the afternoon time, they do their homework. These children do not just go about running around the streets of Layo, but they spend time in the books, all an effort to ensure that they can continue to benefit from an education. And parents, there's only so much that the parent can do. And young people as well who are receiving the scholarship. So Asha, now that you have received this assistance, you now have to go to high school and you have to learn, you have to be dedicated, you have to continue to listen to your teachers and your parents, have respect for them, follow the right friends at high school, and ensure that you maximize the opportunity that is being given to you today.
He commended the Layo Improvement Committee, which has worked diligently to ensure the progress of its community. The annual TTV Festival will be the last Sunday in September this year. Tourism Minister Honorable Ian Douglas has declared that government is aware that a significant number of Dominicans depend on the tourism dollar both directly and indirectly. It is this awareness that continues to drive his ministry to set mechanisms in place to record 90,000 stayover visitors by 2015 and increase the tourism dollar. Among several of the initiatives undertaken by the Ministry of Tourism is the Rosa River Promenade project. In an exclusive interview with GIS News, Honorable Ian Douglas noted the benefits of this project.
The Rosa River Promenade, which will see some work being done on the Rosa River and enhancing the whole ambience of the Rosa River. And of course, not only for our Dominicans, but also for guests who will come to that area. That whole area will be enhanced, really, and I think that will be a boost for the capital city of Rosa, because I think we have one of the best cities in the Caribbean, a city with a live river running through it. We have the Creole Quarters, right there. So we have a number of attractions. We have the Botanic Gardens. We have a number of attractions in Rosa itself that lends itself to tourism.
Other ongoing projects are the restoration of the Cabrits Heritage and Ecology Center and the completion of the Cabrits Resort and Spa. According to Minister Douglas, tapping into niche markets is also another area being explored by his ministry. He spoke highly of the recently held wedding and honeymoon fair, adding that Dominica has the potential to benefit from this lucrative aspect of tourism. We
just had our weddings and honeymoon fair at the Windsor Park Stadium on Sunday past. It was very successful. We had a number of international persons in that field. We had a representative from the Royal Caribbean Cruise Line. Royal Caribbean does a lot of weddings on board their ship when they get into various destinations. And you know, Dominica has a lot of beautiful spots and areas for that kind of thing. You know, you have the Emerald Pool. Cabrits is very popular for weddings right now. I mean, almost every weekend you have another wedding coming on at the Cabrits, and that is because of the investment that the government has put into the Cabrits. The wedding industry in the world is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and we feel that we have unique eco and natural attributes in Dominica that can help us to springboard into that market. And we have changed all our laws, really. We have amended some laws to make it easier for persons to file the application for marriage.
Meanwhile, several villages across the island have grasped the concept of community tourism and are doing well. This is according to Honorable Douglas, who says that his ministry is also investing in this type of tourism.
A number of communities are establishing their community tourism initiatives. One of our noteworthy communities, really, I don't really like to start calling names because sometimes you leave one out and the other, but I mean, a lot of people can identify what is happening at Mero right now, and Mero has taken off as far as community tourism is concerned in a big way. I'm very happy for that. We have Bellevue Chopin, Geneva in Grand Bay. The guys are doing very well. Of course, everybody knows about Pays and Indian River guys and the successes that they continue to reap. So all of our community tourism initiatives around Dominica are doing very well, and we're going to focus on some more.
Another noteworthy project expected to be complete by the end of the year is the construction of stayover huts in the Kalinago territory.
We continue to work with our Kalinago people at the Kalinago Barana Ote. We just add in some other dimensions and aspects to that project, which is the homestay program, where we put in some huts so that you can come not only for a day at the Kabe or to dine at the Kalinago Barana Ote, but you'll be able actually to spend nights there, and so you'll be immersed into a true and authentic Kalinago experience.
The Ministry of Tourism is also partnering with the Mayor of Roseau to hold a Creole Symposium during the Independence celebration. Creole-speaking territories such as Guadeloupe, Martinique, St. Lucia, Haiti, Louisiana, and Seychelles are expected to convene in Dominica to dialogue on the future of the Creole culture and heritage. Honorable Douglas notes all these concepts and projects are in an effort to achieve the ministry's goal of increased visitors to the island. In other news, Chairman of the Literary Festival and Book Fair, Alwyn Bully, confirmed that despite heavy rainfall, last weekend's festivities was a success. According to Bully, the three-day event ran well in terms of the objectives, audience, and quality of performances. The chairman told GIS News that the festival effectively addressed the ideas of emancipation and the promotion of literature.
The theme for emancipation is always emancipate yourself from mental slavery. So that is always our first focus. We're dealing with the mind, allowing the mind to expand, to open up itself to new ideas, etc., etc. Then the second objective is to promote reading and literature in Dominica and the Caribbean. And I think that also was achieved, and that for the publicity that we had going for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, people talking about it, and the people who attended, I think also got basically enthused by the whole idea of writing or reading more, becoming a writer themselves, finding out about writing, attending the workshops, the training that took place. All those things are happening throughout the workshop.
Bully affirmed that the festival also accomplished its major objective for the year, which was to raise public awareness of the works of writer, philosopher, and founder of the Negritude movement, Aimé Césaire.
Most people, most Dominicans really don't know too much about Aimé Césaire. The fact that he is Martinican, in fact, he spent the last 20 or so of his years of life in Martinique as mayor of Fort-de-France. And he spent that time really ensuring that the Martinican people understood their culture, be proud of it. All the music, the dance, the food, the Creole language, all those various things was part of his major focus to establish a Martinican identity. While they are French people, they also are Martinicans and Guadeloupeans. So like that was part of his major objective, and I think we recognized him for doing that. So the part of the festival, which was to do with Césaire, I think was very successful. A number of panel discussions, a number of areas where his work was showcased, and discussion was very, very interesting, where people found out about his life and his work.
The switch of the festival venue on Sunday afternoon from the UE Open Campus grounds to Mero Beach also produced satisfactory results. According to Bully, the motive behind this venue change was to reach a wider audience and to refresh the face of the festival.
But while being on the beach and enjoying the sea and everything, that they're getting quality performances, quality musicians, quality poets, quality discussions, and ideas being thrown about, and there's good food, and there's a nice atmosphere. We're very relaxed. We're in their swimsuits and so forth. But there was a tent, you know, with seats if you wanted to sit down. And then afterwards at night with bonfires and music, it was beautiful. It was wonderful. So I think we are going to keep that as a part of the festival. As to if it will always be Mero, I think yes, at least for the next few times, until we can find another community that is willing to host us as well.
Bully encouraged other communities to take the initiative in hosting these literary beach limes, as this open approach to literature is an effective way of reaching out to the entire public. Overall, the chairman admits that the festival continues to improve. He notes a gradual change in the general approach to literature by the public.
It takes time for a community to really pick up on something cultural, change, for culture to change, so to speak. So people to be reading more, for people to be writing more. It doesn't happen overnight. In fact, it takes about 10 years to start to see a change in more people reading and more people writing. So you don't expect to see it, immediately on a festival that's after just 5 years.
Bully thanked his committee, the staff of the UE Open Campus, and the presenters and performers for coming together to produce a fruitful festival this year. This year marked the event's 6th celebration. And that's the English news. McPherson St. Luce is up next with the Creole highlights.
Alors tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole. Non, moi c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, membre parlement pour Saint-Jean, honorable Kelva Darrow, fait présentation scholarship TTV pour les étudiants là à l'école secondaire. Présentation là prend place jeudi en Layo.
Je dis tout le monde, nous pour investir en éducation, c'est nègres-là. Et bien c'est ça nous fait la journée là. Et puis, jeune nomme ça là à l'école ITSS. Et bien il n'y a pour point de temps pour y aller en livre, pour écouter, pour y faire différence en live. Et bien moi je dis aujourd'hui là, moi plus et puis joy, plus ces gens là yo ka fait bon work. Et bien comparé plan moi continue pour supporter et puis support des enfants yo. Et bien c'est ça nous fait tous les aujourd'hui là pour une chose en jeune homme il y a une opportunité pour apprendre en l'école. Et bien moi bail assistance pour ça. Et bien scholarship c'est là qui continue tous les jours l'homme là à l'école il qui remember c'est il tape assistance pour aller à l'école. Et bien ça c'est encouragement pour lui.
En autre nouvelle, plusieurs jeunesses tout un pays là graduate aujourd'hui, c'est nos courses computer qui ont été engagés pendant les vacances summer. Ces graduates là reçoivent un certificat de participation pendant une cérémonie en l'occasion Public Service Union en Roseau aujourd'hui. M. John Roach, c'est mon qui a une position comme chef département GIS Dominica.
C'est un 6-semaine programme. Un programme là nous avons introduit pour computer programme. Comme ça, nous vivons dans l'âge la computer tellement important. Presque tout ça au niveau actuellement besoin de servir computer. So ces jeunes gens, nous avons dit bagaille qui est important pour apprendre, c'est bagaille pour aller faire travail l'école yo qui besoin pour aller chercher sur internet là pour regarder certaines bagailles. Yo pour connaître comment pour servir computer. So yo apprendre programme pour faire avec Microsoft Word, avec Excel, avec PowerPoint, avec observer ces qualités de présentation, ces légumes à mettre ensemble. En 6 semaines pour apprendre faire qualité de travail ça. So c'est bien important pour nous continuer pour éduquer les jeunes gens dans affaires bagaille en computer. Nous tenons 5 centres là nous couvrir programme là en Gouambé, en Roseau, en Cassibrousse, en Guantans et en Wesley. Aujourd'hui, il y a eu une graduation et nous avons qualité plus attention à faire.
Le ministre du Tourisme travaille à ce target à achivé 90 000 visiteurs venus en pays là par l'année 2015. Parole ça là sorti du ministre du Tourisme, honorable Ian Douglas. C'est l'homme ministre Douglas. L'initiative ça là c'est pas en parole, mais bagaille qui vraiment ça venu en réalité. Honorable Douglas dit ministre du Tourisme a mis toute mise en place pour faire assurer que Dominique active ça. Il est un bagage qui est très important, c'est l'avancement manière moun peut rentrer au pays là. Et des plusieurs projets infrastructure tout le pays là, que le gouvernement bâti, c'est pour ça. Projet ministre Douglas mentionné, c'est Chimé Melville Hall Pont-Cassé, Chimé Rose Valley, et puis l'occasion réception Tito Gorge. Et puis finalement, programme Better Me, Better You qui allait en l'occasion Kaichi et puis la Jol semaine prochaine. Dr. Peter Kibi Saint-Jean qui a conduit le programme ça là.
Nous allons à Kaichi, Trafalgar, place moi-même. Et nous allons à Primary School Kaichi, qui travaille avec ces Timon là, c'est Timon Kai Primary School, 4th to 6th grade, c'est ça. Et après nous finir à Kaichi, nous allons aller à prison. Après nous finir Kaichi, nous allons aller à la Jola. Et nous allons montrer ces gens là qui à la Jola comment pour conduire à principle Better Me, Better You. Better Me, Better You idea c'est si on moun fait koi primaire, avec koi café koi primaire, et café famille primaire, avec café communauté, avec nation primaire, pays primaire, c'est un primaire bail pour tout le monde. Mais si on moun café koi primaire, avec pas catcher les bons, que famille, avec communauté, avec pays, c'est un problème qui est. Avec nous catcher les, si nous montrer ces petits monde là, les petits, comment pour développer koyo en manière qui pas catcher comme si c'est eux même qui à la terre. You can développer koyo, you can catch you can values, you can morals, you can qualité behavior, you can qualité attitude là, you problem solving, decision making, comment pour faire la paix.
Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour Nouvelle Creole pour à présent. Non, moi c'est McPherson c'est Luce. Et un bon week-end. Au revoir.
Colette Ambono brings us a recap of the headline stories this week.
Welcome to this week's edition of Flashback. In the headlines this week, Parliamentary Representative for the Kalinago Territory, Honorable Ashton Cano, confirmed that work is nearing completion on the rehabilitation of the southern section of the Horseback Ridge Road. The $1.8 million project will also include the construction of a new road connecting the rehabilitated road to Concord. Ms. Dominica Leslasa Amo Shillenford has submitted her application for participation in the 63rd Miss World pageant this year. The show is scheduled to take place in Indonesia on September 28. Plans are underway for the construction of a farine processing plant at the old boxing plant site in Sincere. The facility is the final component of the Carib Territory Community Capacity Building Project funded by the Caribbean Development Bank. And results showed an improved success rate at this year's CSEC examinations. Among the top performers were O'Neill Leblanc of the St. Mary's Academy, who obtained 11 ones, with Alex Murray Roberts of the Convent High School and Elisha Titch of the Fairchild Secondary, both earning 10 ones and 1 2. Also this week, Dominica has appointed a new Director of Public Prosecutions in the person of Guyanese national Kurt De Freitas. The new DPP is expected to begin his assignment in Dominica within the next few weeks. The government of Dominica continues to make progress with its intention to adopt the Caribbean Court of Justice as its final court of appeal. According to Honorable Ian Douglas, a letter has been written to the British government informing of Dominica's intention to withdraw from the Privy Council. And the National Cooperative Credit Union made its third annual scholarship presentations to 12 deserving students on Thursday. The scholarships were awarded in 7 categories. Those are the headline stories which made the news this week. Back to you, Jarna.
How to take 10 years off your face. Next.
Do you have uncovered water storage drums around your home? Do you dispose of old tires, cans and old containers capable of holding water anywhere in your environment? Are you being bitten by mosquitoes, particularly at dusk and early morning? Do you keep houseplants in water? Do you spend your hard-earned cash to control mosquitoes? Has your community experienced dengue fever outbreaks? If your answer is yes to at least 3 questions above, you are at risk to dengue fever. Join the fight against dengue fever. The responsibility for a dengue-free Dominica lies with you. So, get rid of the Aedes aegypti mosquito.
Studies show that vitamin C is critical for the body and plays an important role in maintaining healthy, resilient skin. While young skin is full of vitamin C, aging skin naturally loses this nutrient over time. Other factors like exposure to UV light, pollutants, and cigarette smoke compound the decline of vitamin C, contributing to signs of aging. The good news is that you can fight back by replenishing your skin's vitamin C levels to help combat and even reverse time's effect on your face. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and your comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Friend us on our Facebook page and be sure to like our GIS Dominica fan page. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. On behalf of the entire news production team, I'm Jarna Hector. Thanks for watching and stay safe this weekend.